All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1247 on this beautiful Tuesday evening. It is Tuesday. I have in my notes Thursday. I'm already skipping ahead. It is Tuesday. It is May. It is almost halfway through the month, a few days short. We're getting there. This is Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. Tonight, we're going to show you how to get things right without knowing sometimes the content. And who's doing that? Her name is Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know so that way you too can get a pass notice. And we are always talking that positive mental attitude. Let me tell you guys, sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days, but it's all about what you do with it. It's about your attitude, really, honestly. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's difficult, sometimes you don't feel like doing things, sometimes just the stresses of just adulting has you down, right? Just the real world worries. It is, it is what it is. By the way, can you do real world worries really fast? Technique. No, no, no. Tongue twister.
I just
You gotta say it faster. That was way too slow.
real
Say it three times.
Rory's World War.
See?
Tongue twister. It's technique thing.
Well, it is a tongue twister on a Tuesday.
Pardon me.
Anyways, real world. Anyways, all right. So let's get to it. We were talking about our boot camp the last time, and one of the things I want to talk about is our plans. Look, we have boot camps. We have all kinds of stuff in all of our things that we do. One of the things that I want to say is there's a lot of people with these real world worries, right? Is money. Uh, there's a lot of people out there who need the help right away. There's a lot of people out there who need the, let's just be honest, we would like the pay raise when we get these licenses as well. So everything kind of is beneficial when you pass these things, right? When you get these licenses, it helps everyone out. Everybody wins. Obviously if you're doing everything ethical, right, and compliant wise, everybody wins. And that's good. But let me ask you, how long do you have time to wait? What are you waiting on? Why is it taking you so long? Why is it not a priority? Look, we have these boot camps because we want to have a way to basically, and I don't want to sound like it's what do I want to say? I don't want to make this a bad thing, but sometimes it helps when someone goes through the content at least once, so that way you feel like you got through it. Because sometimes just getting through it is hard because it's like you get distracted, you get bored, you get tired of it, you're sleepy, you don't remember where you left off, you just don't have the will, you don't have the discipline. And I don't mean that I'm trying not to make that a bad thing, but man, let's just say it's hard. Sometimes it's difficult. It's like going to the gym. Sometimes it's easier if you have a buddy. Sometimes it's easier when you have a friend to suffer with you, right? Brandy's willing to suffer with you. She's willing to go through this, and that's why we have these boot camps. But we also have 21-day plans, and a lot of people are like, "Well, I can't attend those boot camps because they're way they're a time, or maybe the cost is a little too high for me." That's why we have the plans that we have. That's why we have those 21-day plans. That's why you can literally do them before work. You could do them after. And and there's some people are like, it's so expensive." Guys, $50 is not that much these days. I was literally at Costco. That is like a pack of granola bars, I feel like. No, honestly, I was looking at the power bars. They were $20 for a pack of like protein bars. Pretty much everything in there was around 20 to $30. Everything, right? You go out to go eat now, it's like $50 for two people to go eat at a fast food restaurant, which is ridiculous, right? To eat bad, it costs a lot. It used to be the cheap and easy, but now it's like the expensive and bad. So there is no, Starbucks. If you go to Starbucks now, it's what, like two, if you're going for like two people or even one person, it's like $10.
Depending on what kind of drink you get and so on and so on.
Okay, like so let's just say a regular coffee, a venti coffee, regular. I know
I,
you don't do that.
I, I
Don't.
lot.
I'm going for the cheapest option,
Okay,
which is like still $5 at
okay.
least.
My vanilla latte with oat milk is 6.45.
Okay, if you had regular milk, it'd be $6,
Yeah.
probably $5. My point. Everything is expensive, but I will tell you this: out of all those things, are any of those things have an ability to raise your asset level, have an ability to help you raise your just your level in life, honestly. We're spending money on things that depreciate or just plain waste. if you think about it. If we make cuts in things, and I'm not asking for a lot. I don't think $50 is a lot of money, to be honest, in this day and age, right? $100, we're giving you everything. Brandy's giving you like small group tutoring. She's giving you everything. And usually the it's not the price that people say to me that, they say that, but really what they're saying is for the amount of money, I don't honestly think I'm willing to pay the price of time because time is what people don't want to do. And they're like, I don't have time. I want you to honestly do this, whether you're thinking about joining us, whether you're not. I don't really care. Do this for your own health and sanity. Why don't you take an inventory of every single time you sit there and you basically do nothing, where you're looking at your phone, you're looking at your TikToks, you're looking at your Instagrams, you're playing a game, you're talking to somebody, texting somebody that has nothing to do with your business, nothing at all, and you're just doing nothing. You know what I'm talking about. Time wasters, TV, watching a ball game, whatever. And some people are like, well, I need these things for release. Look, I'm not trying to take them away. What I'm trying to tell you to do is just take an inventory of it all. Basically, I mean, if you want to get down to it, how long are you in the bathroom? Like, I don't want to call out men, but dude, some of us are a little bit longer than others. I mean, women usually they're not that long. I mean, if I'm gonna be totally honest, women, I don't
We got no time. That's it.
they'll waste their time doing a lot of other things, but that's not one of them. Don't get me started on baths, right? Sometimes women in baths, you don't see them till tomorrow. Uh, we all have our own ways of wasting time. And all I want you to do is I just want you to just take an inventory of it. The next time you say, I don't have time to study or I don't have time to do something, you're able to look at it and say, you know what? Andy had me inventory it. Let me look at this. And then look at it hard, be honest with yourself. It's kind of like when you're trying to like better your diet. If you like some of us we all say like I don't eat anything bad. I eat healthy all the time. And then but we don't realize how many times we sneak in that one little thing. We sat down and had French fries and we forgot about it, right? I don't know. We had some Oreos, right? We had whatever it is. And again, I'm not judging you, but sometimes we do things without actually noticing that we're doing them. Sometimes we do a lot of things that we don't notice time even going by. We don't realize how much time has gone by. And I know every single one of you, and if you're being honest, you've sat there and looked at your phone way longer at junk that you probably shouldn't have for way longer than you thought you were. You thought you were going to sit there and check on and see how Aunt Peg is doing or Thea. I don't know. I'm just trying to say random names, Brandy. Because I don't want to call anybody out because then they'll say my name's Peg. And I'm like, okay, not you.
T.
Your Thea, your Theo, right? Your uncle, your grandpa, your grampy, uh, your nana,
Cousin.
nanny. I don't know. You get my point. And then the next thing you know, you're watching gorillas pick their nose on a tree branch, and you don't know why.
My gosh, panda videos.
Pandas rolling down hills. Why? You know what I mean? So cute. But Brandy wants, this is another thing that I'm going to tell you guys, and then we get right into it. I want you to do this. So instead of like taking time wasters away completely or taking some of that time off, let's use it wisely. The other day we met with a group. We gave them what we call what is it called? 2010.
Hmm.
Have you guys ever done the 2010? 2010 is a thing that Brandy did that changed her whole entire life. You sit down to study. By the way, if you're getting your PJs on to study, you're already going the wrong way. But 2010, you set your phone on airplane mode for 20 minutes on a timer. And you sit down and you go ahead and study for 20 minutes straight until the timer goes off. Timer goes off. You take 10 minutes, take a brainless break of like nonsense, but you set a timer for 10 minutes. Once that 10-minute timer goes off, you go back to it, set another 20 minutes, study for 20 minutes more. Once that 20 minutes goes off and you repeat, rinse and repeat, right? We're doing this for 2 to 3 hours. That makes it a lot easier and palatable to get through the studying, to get through the videos, to get through all the quizzing, whatever it is, to do your why wrongs. because your brain can pay attention for 20 minutes at a time. And if you're starting to get a little bit more brave, up it to 45 minutes and a 15. You know what I mean? Take a 45-minute study time, take a 15-minute break. Do one more of those, boom, you're done for the day. Literally, that's it. So you get in that brain break in there. You also get that study in there. It's just the way we study that gets you to that point. But Brandy goes over this all throughout the week. We have so many of these things on the my what do they call it? What do you call it? Mastery?
Master.
I mean, you're the one that named all these, right?
Mastery.
Mastery sessions on Monday, 6 p.m. West Coast time. Be there. Brandy's showing you how to study, how to make your time more valuable, how to raise your game, how to raise your study habits, how to do all that stuff. So if you guys aren't in those live sessions, we have some for Thursday, tomorrow, and then we're taking a whole week off of all the sessions because we are doing the boot camp. So we're not doing any lives, no studying brew next week. I was going to say that tomorrow, but I'm just letting you know we're going to take this whole SIE boot camp really serious. So if you haven't joined us for any of our 21-day plans, if you're studying that SIE and you really need to get through that content, if you really want Brandy to sit there for 4 hours for 4 days and really run you through the strategy, the techniques, the content, and also give you a game plan and how to study and how to get this thing done, you wish Brandy was doing that with you from the start to the end, the boot camp right off the bat. You don't have to be a member. Some people are like, I don't want to be a member. I don't want to pay, whatever it is. I just want to do, I want Brandy to go through it. I want her to hold my hand. I want her to walk me through it. I want her to just be my teacher for a week, and I can do this. Well, we're gonna make it for the people, as I call it. We're studying for the people next week. The people asked for us to do it after work. They asked for us to do it in a smaller amount of time. They asked us to do it at a time that won't interfere with a lot of people's business either. So if you're on the West Coast, technically after that 8 p.m., you can go still grab a couple appointments. But 4 to 8 o'clock, we're going for it. 4 hours, if that is West Coast time. But I also put all the different time zones on the screen. Brandy circled them in the green. But we run for 4 hours, 4 days, getting through the content, all the technique, and bonus, you're getting the SIE book plus the content videos to go with it. You don't have to be a member to watch those content videos after you get that book. The SIE is set up that way. There's videos inside it that are interactive, so you could still keep it going. And then plus, Brandy's giving you all the study plan that you need, all of the game plan that you need, all the technology, all the techniques, and everything you need to do to get that strategy down so you can get a pass notice. So if you haven't joined us yet for any of our other things, join us for that boot camp. And if you're on that SIE, and then also we have those 21-day plans. We have all that stuff in our regular program for the SIE, the 6, 63, 26, 65, and we're cooking up something for the 7, plus tutoring, all the stuff. Scan the QR code, hit the links, books for sale, SIE 6, 63, 26, 65. Phone number is 951-290-3077. Tomorrow, quick reminder, we don't have any sessions as we do all Wednesdays, but I will send out replays tomorrow that you can watch, you can enjoy, you can get your study in. And just a reminder, we will be back for those Thursday sessions. Like I said, and then we're taking a week off. So Thursday is our last of our sessions for this week. I mean, for this week, and then we'll be back in after that, after a quick week off for the boot camp. So get in that 65, 63 live session, small group tutoring, studying brew. We'll see you guys on Thursday. All right. If you're not following us on Instagram, I wish you would. I tell you what, because when they give me a picture and they let me know, or more importantly, they let Brandy know, I guess, in this situation, guess what, guys? We add another one to the Kona Hall of Fame because we got a passer. We got a passer. Congratulations to Elizabeth on passing the SIE. Elizabeth, congratulations on getting the SIE. Quick backstory, and this is actually what she said. She says, I haven't been using you guys in quite some time, but everything you taught me when I was with you, it absolutely paid off. All the techniques, all the strategies, everything I needed was right there. And boom. Guys, that's what we're talking about. Congratulations, Elizabeth, because you understood what we were trying to do. It's not just repeated content over and over again. What it actually is a system. And once you learn the system, whether it's in the beginning or at the end or whenever it is, if you learn the system like Brandy's going to do in this boot camp, you're gonna get a system that will help you pass the exam. Because once you learn it,
Got it.
you got it. Just like Elizabeth, and then you're grabbing that SIE. By the way, she is now a member again. She's grabbing all that content for the six,
Yeah.
and then she's gonna go past that Series 6. So congratulations. Let's get that Series 6. It's already on the way. So let's go.
Yes.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Techniques Tuesday. Let's go, Brandy. What do you want to say?
No content. That's what I'm gonna say. No content needed.
And welcome back, Mara. Um, she said we make the time for what's important. Facts. It's true. It's true. If
Mm-hmm.
it's important, you're gonna make time for it. So
Boom.
if you're not making time for studying, you just said it.
Exactly. So all of these are going to be answered by, you know, I've been testing something. I know we call it test taking
Did I
techniques.
forget to record?
No, it's recording.
Okay.
But guys, these are like shortcuts. Let's call it what these are. These are shortcuts. These are fun little things that work the majority of the time. Look, are they 100%? Nah, they're not 100, but I'm just saying we got 6 questions here and they're working in all 6 of these questions.
If you didn't get a pass notice and you're taking like the SIE, for instance, and you got a 68% and you didn't use any techniques, imagine if you did.
Exactly.
You imagine if you used it on one question and got it right.
And look, as I teach people in the membership, it's in its very least, it gets you a starting point on where to break down the question.
In the very least, it's the best guess you'll ever have.
Yeah,
You were guessing anyway.
exactly. All right, you ready? Let's go. Answers first. We have being able to clear customer transactions. We've got being a fully disclosed firm. We got keeping customer funds. Wait.
No, accepting customer
Sorry.
funds.
And then I have accepting customer securities, right? So I've got clear transactions, being a certain firm, I got accepting funds, and I got accepting securities. To be honest with you guys, this right here is the same thing.
I was gonna say, what it was fun. I was gonna ask you, is funds just mean money?
Yeah. And usually it's one and the same.
So is it almost like describing fiduciary responsibility?
No,
No?
not necessarily.
Oh.
But I'm like gonna kind of cross those two out because they're basically the same thing. Right? But that to content, but let's just look at the question. The question says all the following are associated with being a caring firm except. So how about being a caring firm except the one being fully disclosed? Something like it says caring firm except, and B says being a different type of firm.
Yeah, I don't think I would have got that one, to be honest.
What do you mean?
Because I would honestly, if you'd have asked me, I would have said firm is in B, and then the only one that's not having anything to do with firms is A. So that would have been the accept in my head because it's a customer. I'm just saying, without studying, I wouldn't have got that.
Well, because
but if you're studying, I'm sure that's a great technique.
Okay. All right then. The issue is in good standing, but is speculative. The issuer is in default.
Hey, I'm just the man of the people. I just see it like I see it.
The issuer has missed payment in the past, but is current at this time. The issue is considered highly speculative, but appears financial. There's a lot happening right here, right? But if you look at B, this is so simple. Of all the choices, this is the most simple choice. Everything else is like, but. B is like,
no, he just is.
Right. And then I looked at the question, and the question says, if I have a D rating, I'm going to just go with the most simple answer.
Right. And we all associate, D ratings with restaurants, maybe. That means bad, which is really bad. The issuer is in default. There's no buts to it. It is just bad.
Exactly.
Definitely food poisoning.
State registration requirements, Form U5, regulatory element, firm element. Guys, there's a number right here. There's a number right there.
U5, goodbye.
I'm just not even gonna look at the question. Just gonna answer it with
Yep.
the number. Boom.
They have to complete and satisfy each of the following except a U5. I guess that makes sense.
Right, because if you're fired.
How much paperwork am I doing? None.
Yeah.
You fired me.
Exactly. So then I have on this question, sorry guys.
They probably can't hear the dogs barking.
Well, I can hear them. So we have a primary, we have a secondary, we have a subsequent, and we have initial public offering. These two are exactly opposite. Now, there's a mixture of everything kind of happening in here. I could go into content. I can go into content of why B is different because everything else is kind of primary. But we're working on no content, right? Primary,
Right.
secondary, opposite of each other. So then I looked into the question, and the question says, if I'm going from one or more stockholders, the way I see this one is that I own the car and I'm going to go sell the car. That is a not first, not a primary. That is a secondary. If I'm going to CarMax or Carvana or Facebook Marketplace to go buy my car, secondary.
I also was like one or more. That means there's at least secondary is at least two. Two second.
There you go. All right. Very nice. Okay. Next. Must be a broker, can never be a corporation, can be a bank or corporation only if
We
blah,
got
blah,
a
blah.
Mona situation. D is the answer.
And can, there's no Mona, which is must, only, never, or always. Boom. That is the answer. Just that simple. Just that easy. And then last one. I think it's the last one. And then we have quarterly, providing quarterly investment statements, allowing employees to choose their investments, funding the plan sufficiently to meet its obligations, or matching employee contributions. Man, that sounds all good. It sounds all important, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I looked at the question and it says, what is the main employer obligation? Y'all, I just went with the one that said obligation. Obligation, obligation.
That is probably the most biggest obligation.
Yeah, I got to make sure that
It's
I
actually money in the fund.
obligations. Yes, exactly. Boom, just that simple. That's like a logic. That's a common sense. That's a not securities vocabulary. That's like out of all of these things.
I'm going to say this. This was easily done because you look at answers first and not the question. If you looked at that question and then went through the answers, you would have got that wrong. You would have overthought it. You would have picked something different. Guaranteed.
Yes. Yes, you would have. All right.
Oh, we're done?
That's it. That's all
That was it?
Mhm.
Oh, well, that was anticlimactic. All right, we did it. We got through it, guys. It was 30 minutes. I told you it would be fast. It would be a little bit. We got you a little bit of PMA. We recognized a passer. We got Elizabeth onto the Series 6. Congratulations on getting that SIE done. We talked about the boot camp. We gave you some techniques. It was all successful. Guys, now it's up to you to go get yourself a quiz. Go make it happen. Go get yourself a 10-question quiz. You know why? Because that's what's going to help you cement what you just saw. You don't need to make the quiz difficult. Go through it, just practice the techniques, and who cares what the score is? What you're doing is you're trying to get a skill set. You're trying to add something to your arsenal to help you get a pass notice. And there's going to be some fails. There's going to be some wrongs. There's going to be a learning curve at the very least. None of us walked out of the womb. We had to fall down and learn how to crawl first. So nothing is different here. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you for being here. We'll be back on Thursday for the Studying Brew. Same bad time, same bad channel. Until then, everybody stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep the positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being on. Super, super appreciate you. Practice these techniques or shortcuts in your quizzes. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.